The best receiver in college football.
Jerry Jeudy.
Coach, Jerry is a guy that you have known for quite a long time, since his high school days. When did you and your staff realize that Jerry Jeudy was going to be a special football player?
Oh, we knew when he was a junior in high school, his ability to drop his weight and burst out of a break and had great speed. So, he wasn't quite as big then. He's developed, a lot of maturity from a physical standpoint, which has certainly, made him a more effective player. But he did a fabulous job for us. He was really, really productive. He's a hard worker, really, really good guy to have in your organization.
We see the accolades, Biletnikoff Award winner, an All-American, a national champion, but on a day-to-day micro level, what does Jerry do to separate himself with his work ethic with the game of football?
Well, we actually had to try to monitor his work outside of the work that we did so we wouldn't have overuse problems with him, all right, which is not normal in a lot of cases, but we'd have practice and he'd go in the weight room and work extra and do things. And, we said, Jerry, this is not really the time of year that you need to be sort of doing all that stuff. And, but he was always a good practice player and had a good attitude about things. He's smart. He's very instinctive, playing the position. Great option route runner. Like I said, I think his greatest strength is he can drop his weight, get in and out of the break, and accelerate. But he's also fast. There's a lot of guys that can do that, but then maybe they're quicker than fast. He's quick, but he's fast. And I think that's a lethal combination.
Coach Fangio last night talked about the crispness of Jerry's routes and just how taken he was with those on film. How much you mentioned his work ethic, but how great is his attention to detail when he is running routes?
Really good. I mean, I think he understands, how to get open. We've had some pretty good coaches around here. Stark's been a coordinator in the NFL for 2 years. So we've always had guys that have a little bit more experience maybe relative to what it takes to play in the NFL because of our NFL background. So I think that really does enhance our guys' development when it comes to readiness to play at the next level. And so I think Jerry's pretty accomplished in understanding how to run routes, how to get open, and how you got to pay attention to detail. One of his things when he was a younger player was he didn't have enough patience. He'd cut things short and all that. He kind of learned that, that's not the way to do it. Doing it correctly, having patience is the best way to get open, and he got very, very proficient at it.
Jerry's quarterback now is going to be Drew Lock, somebody who you've coached against before. Drew's ability to extend plays, we saw that a lot last year. How much can Drew's mobility and having a quarterback that can extend plays just elevate Jerry's skill set?
Well, I think that Jerry understands. Tua was pretty good at that around here. So our receivers all understood, okay, when this happens, what should I do? Because there is a method to that madness. You just don't start running around. So the quarterback kind of has an expectation of what you're going to do. I'm sure, John Elway used to drive me crazy when we used to play against him. So I'm sure you all have a method to your madness when it comes to what do we do when the quarterback scrambles. And Jerry will be he'll be really, really good because he's very instinctive at being able to apply that in those kind of situations, and I think that'll be very helpful to him.
We'll get you out of here on this one. You've had plenty of great wideouts come through your program. Amari Cooper and Calvin Ridley, when we're talking about South Florida guys come to mind. How confident are you that Jerry can be that next in line to have success?
Oh, I don't think there's any question about the fact that he'll have, a lot of success in the NFL. I mean, all you have to do is, I don't like to compare players, but if you compare their output and their production here as a player, Jerry certainly in his own way, in his own style, was just as productive as any of those guys. Some of those guys were really good outside receivers. Some of them were good slot guys. Jerry's kind of a combination of both, but I think he can really do his damage when he's playing in the slot. And I think he's going to have a tremendous amount of success.
Coach Saban, we really appreciate your time. Best of luck with the rest of the draft.
All right. Thank you.